Well, hello ladies and gentlemen, it is FRC in 2013. Season is starting with qualifying for the traditional first round of season with the Australian Grand Prix. The first drivers are already on track and I hope the game is not going to be very laggy after I updated OBS. So, time for Q1, and we already talked about all the transfers during the preseason testings. Yes, we can uh, discuss something else today, as our first driver to start the lap is going to be the Brazilian Rodrigo Jimenez. We can also talk about the preseason testing results, where he was dominating, as he said, the fastest lap times in both sessions. And the team which looked the worst among others is Caterham, whose new drivers Sam Doskan and Litman Pasalic, and well, in both sessions it's Pasalic or Oskan finishing last. Let's see, Jimenez already starts the first sector, going over 300 kph. 303 is maximum speed for him. Into some fast corners, lifting throttle here, then braking into another chicane. Of course it has to be full throttle before hard braking. Chicane, and then a long straight. I guess this corner can be actually named a corner. And another braking down to 215 kph into the chicane, and that's where you finish sector 2, 57.1 for Rodrigo. So after leaving Mercedes, we can say that Jimenez was one of good midfield drivers, as he didn't look that bad in his new team, P13 on day 1 and P14 on day number 2. Jimenez crosses the line and it is 127.2 for him. Abosho was in slipstream behind Jimenez. Or it is 38, who knows. Just 2,000ths of a second slower. I'm pretty sure Smitler will go the fastest. And actually no, 18,000 slower. Maybe Fraser? Not really. Hidayat, of course, it has to be P1 for him, the dominator of prison testings. Pasalik only P6. His teammate Samitoskan goes 7th fastest. The settings are changing so fast. Bagos P6, Toss P8, Major Ashton, the Williams driver right ahead of Andreoli, so Andreoli P9 and Russian P13. Martinez P12, Johansson, Jack Teasley, yes, it is the fastest time for him, 127, 127. Rain Adam, P10 on HRT actually, that's impressive. P14 Horlicare, P16 Blackwood only, just Look at this result. P10, Haneusa, P21, Hakuji Akaza. So that was definitely a great lap by Jimenez. 1:32.79. Ambush was just 2,000 slower than him. Smith P6 okay, and Fraser. We can say that McLaren is one of the top teams this season, but Fraser and Tost are now on P8 and P9, which are like the highest positions for the midfield teams. So they're doing a pretty good job so far. Just 9 thousandths of Pagos in Mercedes. Caterham's not that bad, but still P19 and P20 after the first run for every driver. Yeah, and here's Toast, P9. Great job. Rushton might have some problems during his first lap. He's 1.1 seconds slower than Tilsley and 2/10 of Akaza's time. Andreoli also some problems he had, and he's on P15. Yeah, looks like we should have some problems with Caterham's steering wheel, and yeah, the first accident on this narrow pit lane. Um, so Rosel Martinez was, yeah, just collision between Pagos, Martinez, and Hidayat. The first thing to happen was Pagos boink into Hidayat, and then this thing happens. Yeah, Martinez is going into Force India speed box, and Kuchiyaka's waiting for a clear pit lane or clear road, and here he goes, but no, there is a Taurus on his way of Alex Luan, the Vietnamese driver and ex-Ferrari Driver Academy driver. I guess he's still like Driver Academy driver, but not the test driver for Ferrari anymore, as he has a full-time seat, a full season. Yep. So Jimenez comes out on track again for his second run. Aboch will be behind him, but this time there will be more than a sector between the two drivers. Fraser, Armin Van Tost, Jake Dilsley, Max Mittler. We could call him vice champion then, but now he is the champion. Ten minutes to go, and it's definitely time for Rushton and Andreoli to improve, but yeah, Russian finally comes out of the pit lane and he's ready for his second lap. This time there will be nobody in front of him. That's a lot of gap for Rushton. Let's see if Jimenez can improve on the first sector of his second lap. Just 5,000s. Improvement is still possible for him. Although P4 is still very high position. Well, what about Abovic? And yeah, he's faster than the Brazilian on this run. And probably, yeah, Abovic might get P3 if he makes no mistakes. Jimenez, yeah, definitely slower on this lap. But let's see, maybe a miracle is going to happen and Rodrigo will go even faster. But so far there is only Erika Hanebusa in the pits. She used to be a Force India driver, but now she's driving for Toro Rosso, and Jimenez does not improve. Two HRTs are starting their laps, Aka's on P21, and great job by Rain Adam, he's on P11. Abovic, yeah, it was an improvement on the middle sector as well, and the Russian is going to be still on P5. He lost 2/10 on the final sector. Fraser, no improvement, Armin, no improvement, nobody improves, but Fernando Tos does, having to P7. That's a very good job by McLaren. Max Miller P2, Martinez is an improvement, and he's on P18, and it is P11, 7 positions gained with this lap. Sandy Andreoli, he was on P16, but now he's only on P13. I hope he'll have better luck next time if he makes it into Q2. But yeah, he was stuck, I think, behind Nicholas Johansson. And that's what we can call a dirty air in GP4. Okay, any more improvements? Bagus up into P7, Blackwood up into P10, and Pasalic P14. Looking good for Caterham in this qualifying. We already got plenty surprises. Today, oh, Rushton. It's an improvement, but still P22. Now Hakuchi Akaza. And probably he'll even make it out of Q1 into Q2. No. Improves by 15 tenths, but still P21. All the drivers are making their way into the pits to prepare the car for their next and final lap of Q1. Oh, Pagos. 57.997 on the middle sector. So let's see who's not making it into Q2 so far, and the driver at risk at the moment is Nicholas Johansson, who's trying for Williams this season. About 25 thousandths of a second gap between him and Alex Lewin on P17, the Taurus driver. P18 it is Jacob Horlaker, and he's driving for Force India, just like his teammate, but Rodriguez on P5, so Horlaker can definitely do better, and behind him it is Andrew Paracelsus, who is driving for Sauber. Then Samet Toscan on P20, Caterham Hakuji Akaza, P21 HRT, and P22 Benji Rushton from Williams. If I'm not mistaken, we have 6 different drivers from 6 different teams in the bottom 6. Which is also pretty cool. 4 minutes to go. Jimenez is, excuse me, going to start his third lap. The bottom 5 is still in the pits, but I assume they have a ton of time to come out and show their best. Parcels and Oskan left the pit lane, just waiting for Horlicker, and Akaza, Rushton. Ooh, that's a traffic paradise for André Jimenez, and yeah. Lismin Pasalic just slows down the driver run on 5th, and yep. So the drivers leaving the pit lane have to be careful not to ruin someone's lap. Already in turn 1. Yeah, Jimenez. Just no words about his improvement, 2 seconds slower just after 1 sector of this lap. Let's see, not sure if Pasalic is going to have slipstream behind Jimenez, or it might work, who knows. But I think it's going to be dirty air for him. It's difficult to understand GP4's logic. So Hideya doesn't improve, Dost does not improve, but Apovic is doing pretty well after the middle sector. Let's find a good camera like this one, and 2 minutes to go, and yeah. Akaza is probably the first driver who's out of Q1 already with 2 minutes to go. He's definitely not coming out. And so Abovic is still in P6. Again, like in the previous lap, improvement on Sector 1, improvement on Sector 2, and the disaster in Sector 3. Jose Martinez, the Sauber driver, is going to be still on P12, despite having pretty good first 2 sectors. Smitler down the main straight, and yeah, still on 2nd position. Andrea Kamalin time P7. It was a good one, 127.3. Alex Lewin, yes! P11. And this lap is good enough to already go into Q2. What about other midfield team drivers and Paracelsus on P19? His teammate is on P14, so Still 2 Zaber drivers at risk of getting eliminated. Paracelsus? No. 1 second slower. Oscar P20. Benji Rushton P22. Blackwood P12. It's still not good enough for a Mercedes driver. Jacob Holker P13. Just look how close Mercedes and Force India are. Both cars have a Mercedes power unit if I'm not mistaken, but yeah. One team was meant to be a top team and another one a midfield team. So that's it for Q1, and it's time for Sami Toscan to finish his qualifying with a brakes problem, and he just crashes into the wall and stops the car under the bridge. And yeah, boink, we didn't use these graphics for a long time, but here it is. Red flag and Q1 is over. So, see you in Q2 with only 16 drivers fighting for top 10. Second stage of qualifying is underway, and let's continue uh, our weekend at Melbourne. So after Q1, 6 drivers got eliminated, and sadly Caterham had chances to make it into Q2, but Basili got eliminated in the final moments of the session. Two Williams drivers were out as well. Surprisingly, they are Nico Johansson and Benji Rushton, Hakuchi Akaza, HRT, and Simon Toscan, also from Caterham, and Andrew Paracells, who left the green painted team, uh, but still can't achieve a Q, still can't make it into Q2. Okay, the dress on track are Andrea Heated, Fraser Blackwood, Holger, Tost, Jimenez, Smitler Armin, Harebusa, Adam, Bagus, Luan, Martinez, Gilsley, and Dabovic. Santino Andreoli starts his lap. Was pretty unlucky in Q1, got stuck behind some midfield team cars for 2 laps, and only in his third run he managed to achieve at least a top 10 result, but it was in the bottom 5 of top 10. So we can see him completing the first sector with 29 seconds and 77 thousandths as his sector 1 result. 29.069 for Adam Hidayat, just a few milliseconds faster than Sentina. 50th gear change for him on this straight. Goes into the chicane. And now, as some drivers already in on sector 3, we will be looking for results of all the drivers on lap 1. So Santino Andreoli, it is 127.2, he did 1/10 faster. Fraser P3, a bit unlucky. McLaren had a great pace in Q1. Blackwood P2, Holger P4. Oh, don't tell me, Toss P5, Jimenez P4. Still not close enough to at least Andreoli. Smithler P2, just 12,000 slower than Hidayat. Armin P7, Hanebusa P6. Adam P11, the slowest so far. Bagus P5, Luan P7. And 3 more drivers are Rosette Martinez, the only Sauber in Q2, and he is on P14, and now 2 Red Bulls, Tigtisley and Dabovic. So the fastest midfield team driver is still Rodrigo Jimenez, who is on P6, but I'm pretty sure he'll be down to P8 now. I jinxed it for Red Bulls. P8 Tilsley and P13 Dabovic. Well, these things happen. And as we see from Abovich's on board, his mechanics are pushing the car in pit box, while others already go out for one more hot lap. This time the first driver to start it is going to be Jafari Blackwood. A pretty good result. On his first run it is P3. But I can't say it was very good in Q1 as he achieved only P12. If Blackwood is fast in Q2 than Q1, for McLaren it's another thing. They were one of the fastest drivers from Formula 1.5, I should say. They were on P9 and P10 in the end of Q1, but now it's back to reality for all the midfield teams, and yeah, P14 and P12 is the result for McLaren. But still, some drivers like Adrian Jimenez and Alex Lewin are looking really good, but it's only until Red Bulls set their second lap times, sorry. And here comes Fraser starting his lap. Are all the drivers on track? Now the answer is yes. So let's check on Jafari, and pretty good first sector, I should say. Santino Andreoli, he's running on 4th place, but we can say that the gaps on first sector are really close. Fraser, well, also another good sector 1. Jimenez, oh ho ho ho, 500s. The same for Adam, but the improvement is minor, just 7,000s. Smithler, yeah, everybody is improving as the track conditions are getting better. Blackwood, I hope he doesn't lose all the advantage he had after the middle sector, which was about 400s, and yes, he's up into first. Santino Andreoli, no, he is up into P1 now, the Frenchman. Fraser on P11, still really good for McLaren. Abu starts his lap, but we don't care. Rodrigo Jimenez comes down the final corner, and yes, as we can see, he has no improvement on the middle sector. He's lost about 500s, and he is going to be still on P6. Rain Adam, P15, okay. Now it's time for Ferraris, and only one of them has a green sector too. Max Smittler is staying on P4, with Vucic Armin, who is on P10 at the moment, is going to be on P6's yellow flag, and Adam Hidayat stops his car with a mechanical problem. Yeah, transmission. And that was really close. Erica just saved it. Not really saved it, but yeah, really close. They almost touch. Well, can't say that Armin's lap is going to be invalidated because there were no yellow flags on the main straight. So let's say it's going to be some kind of virtual red flag, and because I can't really resume the qualifying with all drivers in the pits and 5 minutes to go. So if driver improves now, he is going to his personal his personal best is not going to be updated because of the yellow flags. Just like for Zet Martinez, but it doesn't really matter. He's still in P16. Um, Jake Dealsley. Down the final corner he comes with these red flags. If he is going to improve, then yeah, he is not going to improve. Pagos, the same. And now drivers are just going into the pits, unlike Apovic, the only one on the hot lap, but of course red flags, and yeah, you know, no improvement. I hope he slowed down. Otherwise, I don't know what to do with that. But yeah, Bovic, I told you not to improve your lap. Okay, so let's see. His lap time was 1:27.534, but I still think he's going to improve on his final run, or will it ever happen? So yeah, 1:27.534. Yeah. So let's see. 4 minutes to go. Can't say that it's a lot of time for uh, one more lap, but let's see. Yeah, still red flags because yeah, here is the car just flying in the air, and we're still waiting. Yeah, here we go. So the only ones to improve during the red flag is Abovic, who is up on the P9, and Martinez, who improved, but he's still on P16, so it doesn't really matter for him. And yeah, basically, Abovic is still on P14, behind Holker and Tost. And yes, Santino Andreoli is good for one more lap. I guess when it is 1:45 left, it's over for everyone. And if you come out of pits, you'll have no time to run one more lap. Ferraris, okay. One of McLaren's. Let's see whose helmet it is. It is Daniel Fraser, and I got ahead of him. So about 10 more seconds for everyone. He did yes. Adam, not sure. We'll have to see about that. And yeah, Abovic is definitely out. One minute to go, and the question is, will Ray and Adam finish his outlap on time? I think he will. Yeah, he will definitely do that. Hopefully I'll not jinx him. And yeah, Plago starts his lap, Fraser starts his lap, 30 seconds to go here yet. surely, and yeah, Rain Adam as well. And then it is Jimenez, Luan, and Fernando Tost. Yeah, it's enough time for him. 9, 8, Holger, yes. Here you go, start the lab. Jake, I'm sorry, you have... Yeah, yeah. Hit them. Yeah, actually, B9 not counting his team with Abovich. Hayabusa does make it, Bagus does make it, the same for Martinez, and... Well, Sentina is going to have no improvement for Armin. Oh, 1.3 seconds lost. Aboba, what are you doing? Yeah. So... Clown of the day is Abovich. No doubt about it. Fraser? Yeah, still pretty close, but... Down the final corner comes the McLaren driver. And it will be no improvement, sadly. Yeah, just a terrible sector 3, and Daniel is out of Q2 in his first race for McLaren. Rain Adam, no improvement as well, just like for Alex Luan. And Fernando's actually is up into 9th place. What a surprise it is. How did it happen? Yeah, good sector 1, good sector 2, and great finish. I mean, he gained about 1/10 on the final sector. So congratulations to Fernando Tost. There is actually McLaren in Q3. So that's it for Q2. Let's see who is out. Starting from P16 it is Rosetta Martinez, P15 it is Rain Adam, then it is Abovich on P14, P13 Horlicker, P12 Fraser, and P11 is Erika Hanebusa, so yeah, still one Red Bull in top 10, as it is Jake Dalesley. See you in a couple of minutes for the pole decider for Q3. We're back at Melbourne for the last 15 minutes of qualifying. That will decide our tomorrow's pole sitter, if there are going to be no dramas and penalties after all. So, the first driver to settle up is going to be DJ Bagus, then Santino Andreoli, starting his lap pretty early again. Alex Sloan, a good qualifying in his another race for Toro Rosso. Then it is Adam Hidayat, Fernando Tost, the only McLaren in Q3. Then Rodrigo Jimenez, who is having a good qualifying so far. And the last driver, no, not the last driver, sorry, Jafari Blackwood, and only then it is Max Smittler. Wait, no, two more drivers, I'm sorry. Tilsley and Armin are coming out of the pits now. It also, I think we have like the most active chat since, I don't know since when, like barring 2011, I would say. One of the most viewed videos on our channel, and with about 8 people maximum in the chat, so thank you very much for the support. So let's continue with our qualifying. Bagus 29.2 in the first sector, 29.1 for Santino Andreoli, 29.2 for Alex Sloan, still pretty close between these three. He did 29.175. Fernando and McLaren. Pretty sure he'll fight for P8 or even for P7. And yeah, 29.3. Even Jimenez is faster. So, how's Bagus doing? It is... yeah, here are the times. Bagus 57.2, 57.1 for Alex Sloan, wow! 57.0 for Hidayat and 57.0 for Santino Andreoli. Something went wrong for the Mercedes driver. Bagus 127.4, Andreoli 127.2. Alex Sloan 127.3, Hidayat goes the fastest in this session, 127.144. Now it's McLaren of Fernando Tost. His first ever race for McLaren, and he is on P5. Rodrigo Jimenez. Faster than Fernando, but still not close enough to the Toro Rosso driver of Alex Sloan. Jafar Blackwood is next. And he is much faster than his teammate, faster by 3/10, 127.128, but Smittler is fastest. In the end, it is 127.101. Two more drivers, the only Red Bull driver, Jake Tilsley, and... no. Yeah, he's the last one, Armin P5, and Tilsley only P7. What a disappointment it is. Bagus and Jimenez are really close in this session. Just 600s, of course, separate them, and for me, it's the battle I would definitely watch throughout the whole season. And also it's interesting to see if Jafari Black can actually get the pole position. It is the first time since 2011 when Mercedes is quite competitive, and uh, yeah, Jafari hasn't got a single pole position, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, he's got a win, which sadly doesn't count because it is Monaco 2012. After this race, we just binned all our hopes for Monaco, just decided to throw it away, and yep. HG Bagos is on P8 right now, not the result he wants to be. Not the result he wants to have in this session. And here is Alex Luan, almost out of Q1, and here he is on P6. So basically Alex's best qualifying position was P5. Of course, it was during the German Grand Prix last season. But even if Alex is not going to reach this result today, I'm pretty sure he's not going to be disappointed. So Adam Hidayat starts his lap, 7 minutes to go, and I guess, yeah, one more lap for everyone, and probably 3-4 drivers will have enough time to start their third lap in Q3. Here comes Adam Hidayat. Nobody can ruin his lap into turn 1. Everybody is on track, and basically only a red flag can stop him. Adam! Ooh, look at this, 29.069. And it was the purple sector 1 for him. It's not only Smither and Blackwood, but also Hidayat trying to get the first pole position of the season. Ooh, 57.005, still the fastest. So, will the Indonesian be on the provisional pole or not? It is his second season for Lotus, he knows this car really well. Is it going to be it or not? For Adam Hidayat, he comes down the final corner down the main straight, and it is going to be 127.060. It is P1 for Adam Hidayat. Ooh, the things are getting really interesting today. Bagus only P8. What about Jimenez also on P9, but now the gap between Aditya and Rodriguez just 3, even less than 3 hundredths of a second. Santina Andreoli is going down the main straight, also has an improvement, and it is going to be P3 ahead of Blackwood for him. Jake Dealsley, P7 right now, and he goes first! He goes up into P1. The Red Bull driver, Jafari Blackwood, stays on P5. Fernando Tost. Looking pretty good after this middle sector, but still only P10. Max Miller P3, and what about Armin P6? Well, also Jake Teasley joins the battle for pole position, of course. 4 minutes to go, and we still don't know who'll start from the front row, who is going to win this qualifying. Top 5 drivers from 4 different teams are looking really close. Just 4 of them are in 11 hundredths of a second. Tilsley Red Bull, then Hidayat, Lotus, Smither Ferrari, Andreoli Lotus, and Jafari Blackwood from Mercedes. So, who do you think is going to get a pole position? Butch Garmin is the last driver to pit, but I'm pretty sure he'll have not enough time to start one more lap. As I said earlier, if it is about 1:45 or even 1:40, then it is all over for you and you have no chance of going out on track and actually uh, making it to the finish line on time. "40 seconds to go. Will there even be one more lap for any of 10 drivers? Yes, there will. Adam Hidayat? Can anyone challenge him? Or Jake is really confident in his pole position? I think he is. But let's see. Not the toughest opponents for Hidayat and Jake Tilsley's time. Aditya Bagus was struggling in this session. He's on P8, and Fernando Tost on McLaren in not their best times is on P10. So will it be Tilsley, two of the Indonesian drivers, or maybe Fernando Tost, who knows, on pole? 1 minute and 10 seconds to go. Alex Lowen is on track as well, but yeah, simply not enough time to cross the finish line on time. The same for Rodrigo Jimenez, just 55 seconds to go. "42 thousandths of a second between Tilsley and Hidayat in Q3. So, who will be the fastest after this lap? Let's find out. 15 seconds to go, of course, these two make it on time. But what about Alex Luan? It's going to be really close. And yes, it was for one more lap, but not Rodrigo Jimenez, who'll start from P9. But still, a good result for him in his first session for Force India. A checkered flag, Adam Hidayat with no improvement on the first sector, but it's not over yet. We know that drivers can have perfect sector 1 and 2, but can just screw it all in sector 3. But can it go opposite? Yes, it can! Adam Hidayat is 6 thousandths of a second faster than the Red Bull of Jay Teasley. Now it is only a couple of corners until the Indonesian crosses the finish line. It's going to be really close. The final corner, which will decide the fate of pole position. Will it go to TLC and Red Bull, or will it go to Hidayat and Lotus? Let's find out. Hidayat crosses the line, and no! It is pole position for the only Red Bull in today's Q3 for Jake Teasley, so congratulations to him. Surely not enough for Bugs or Toast to challenge him, but at least Adam Hidayat tried. It was really close, but Teasley had a fantastic sector 3, which gave him the pole position. What about Alex Luan? Also no improvement, so he will start from 7th position tomorrow. One of his best qualifyings of his career. Here is Jake Teasley, who did not start his lap, but he already knows that he'll start first tomorrow. Well, it's time to take a look at the starting grid for tomorrow's race. Front row is going to be Teasley and Hidayat, then Smitler and Andreoli, Blackwood and Darmin, Luan and Bagus, and P9 and P10 for Rodrigo Jimenez and Fernando Tost. So looking at the rest of the grid, it is Hanebusa, Fraser, Horliker, Apovic, Adam, Martinez, Pasalik, Johansson, Paracelsus, Oskan, Akaza, and Rushton. So thank you very much for watching, and see you tomorrow for the race. Bye bye.